Hello, I'm Steve Foster. I lead the Riverbed pre-sales team here in the UK. A whiteboard is a great tool for creating a memorable message during customer meetings, instead of relying on pre-built PowerPoint presentations. The following is a whiteboard that can be used with customers and partners to help visualize the Riverbed portfolio as a complete end-to-end framework when you want to position Riverbed as a key part of customer digital transformation initiatives. It could be useful when you're asked to describe why Riverbed would be relevant to a set of business or IT initiatives when the audience has little or no previous knowledge of Riverbed, or maybe just know us as the WAN optimization company. I will talk through the build of the framework, explaining throughout why each of the portfolio components is relevant to initiatives you may discover a customer is planning. Customers today have many IT priorities, but common to many would be digital workspace transformation, including Windows 10 migration, bring your own device and VDI, cloud SaaS applications such as Office 365 and ServiceNow, and cloud-first or cloud-only infrastructure initiatives using AWS and Azure. There's a common theme across all of those initiatives, in that most, if not all of them, will likely result in a new set of applications being rolled out to users or the delivery mechanism of existing applications to users changing. Users could be the classic definition, a human being that operates a device and interacts with applications, but it could equally be an IoT sensor that generates data or a server that forms part of a multi-tier application. An application could be a simple file server holding unstructured user data, or it could be a web application that the user interacts with to complete a transaction or a complete business process. The description of the digital relationship between the users in their different forms and applications, whichever type they are, is called the digital experience. The digital experience is the interaction between a user or a customer and an organization only possible because of digital technologies. It is the complex systems of connections, networks, infrastructure and transactions that make up the end-to-end delivery of an application. Riverbed has created a portfolio of solutions, a framework, that will help you manage the complex applications, infrastructure and connections to deliver on the initiatives I've written to the right. I've called this the Riverbed Digital Experience Framework, and it can be described in two parts. The first part of the framework is assurance. The definition of assurance is the governance process of providing accurate and current information about the efficiency and effectiveness of that being measured. The perfect description for providing visibility into the current state and performance of business applications and user digital experience. In today's IT services environment, continuous improvement and continuous delivery are common practices. And the first step in any continuous improvement cycle is measurement, because you can't improve what you can't measure. So IT service delivery teams need to fully understand the current state of their users' digital experience in order to know if it needs to be improved or where to look if it's broken. And for them to know if users' digital experience is being provided effectively and efficiently, they must first measure their end user experience using end user experience monitoring tools. Riverbed's end user experience monitoring solution has been designed to prevent users being the primary alerting mechanism for application performance, giving true end user experience of their applications and business processes, not skewed by emotion or opinion. It allows you to measure how your end users are experiencing their applications and devices and view the performance in real time. If there are performance or efficiency problems caused by application or device issues, be they operating system or hardware, it will help you to discover where to look to troubleshoot the issues. It also allows you to validate the impact of any IT change initiatives if they were intended to impact the user or application or not, because you can measure users' experience before and after any changes are made, therefore taking out any emotion from the question, what difference did the change make? For projects such as Windows 10 migrations or adoption of SaaS services, it's the perfect way of monitoring how your users are experiencing their new applications and services that run your business. If there are performance issues, you will see what the impact is to the user and then the impact to the business. Plus, if you had deployed end user experience monitoring ahead of the migrations, you will know what the effect of the changes have had on user efficiency and thus business efficiency. Now that you have visibility and record of the end user experience, What if the measurements tell you that the performance or usability of the application is not what you expected? Typically, the next place that you will look to understand application performance is the application itself, using application performance monitoring tools. Application performance monitoring is essential in enabling you to understand the efficiency and availability of the applications that run your business. If an application performs poorly or is unreliable, it can have a direct impact on the bottom line. APM allows you to monitor the health, availability, and performance of your applications and the underlying infrastructure on which it runs. As well as measuring and recording performance metrics, APM aids in triage and troubleshooting by providing deep visibility into application performance from the server infrastructure down to specific lines of code for on-site applications or those hosted in the cloud, meaning you can highlight the application performance problems that are slowing down your business or monitor cloud infrastructure to ensure SLAs. So for business transformation projects that require moving applications or developing new in private clouds, APM will allow you to be sure that the application code and infrastructure is performing optimally or where to troubleshoot when there are problems. At that point, some might step back and think that's it, we have it covered end to end. But there are visibility gaps, and if you just rely on end-user experience and application performance monitoring, problems could be occurring elsewhere in your infrastructure that are impacting business performance. What if the application is delivered as software as a service, such as Salesforce.com, so you can't monitor the infrastructure it runs on, the operating environment or the code? Or you aren't able to install an agent on the end-user device to measure end-user experience because the clients are outside of your network. But because the applications are an essential part of your business, you still need to monitor their performance and availability. The answer is Riverbed's application-aware network performance monitoring solution. With application-aware network performance monitoring, you can still see the performance and efficiency of applications being used across your internal or public-facing networks, even if you don't control the application infrastructure or the end-user environment. Long-term performance data and metrics are collected and stored for SLA reporting, and as Riverbed AA-NPM uses packet-level data, it is also a fantastic troubleshooting and triage platform for reactive real-time responses to performance issues. For specific environments such as Citrix VDI or for monitoring database transaction performance, it has function-specific features that give unique insight and the ability to simplify troubleshooting. Sometimes, though, it's not the application or the end-user environment that are the reason for overall poor digital experience. So when only monitoring the user environment or application infrastructure, you won't see what's actually causing the impact on performance. Poor network performance due to congestion or other network issues, for example, an application that generates too much data on a WAN link, can have impact on users trying to access remote services over it. So, to get a view of what is going on across your network and potentially impacting application and user performance, you need network performance monitoring. End-user experience monitoring and AA-NPM provide information to the user very much like the instrumentation on a dashboard on a car, where displaying miles per gallon, speed, and even temperature inside the car are all the things that affect the car's operation performance or driving experience. NPM is more like satellite navigation with built-in traffic reporting, giving visibility of congestion points along your journey so you know the impact on overall journey performance. Riverbed's NPM solution is a centralized reporting and analysis platform that you can use to quickly view network performance and troubleshoot issues. It uses network flow data with packet-based performance metrics to provide proactive monitoring, analysis, and reporting. Using automated discovery and dependency mapping to understand the application services in your environment, and automated behavior analytics to baseline normal performance, it will alert you to changes in performance characteristics as soon as they occur, typically before users are even aware that performance is degrading. Efficient and reliable end-user and application performance relies on well-managed IT infrastructure. There can be many elements involved in the delivery of an application to end users, creating complex systems of components, so there are plenty of opportunities for performance impacting issues. Infrastructure elements such as server hardware, unified communication systems, networks, and even cloud infrastructure as a service can impact user and application digital experience. So the final piece of monitoring that you should be part of an end-to-end assurance solution is IT infrastructure monitoring. Riverbed's IT infrastructure monitoring solutions give visibility into the reliability and efficiency of the networks and infrastructure that underpin the business-critical enterprise applications. Unlike other solutions that have strengths in specific areas, Riverbed's IT and infrastructure management solution blends information across network, infrastructure, and UC domains and enable companies with the ability to proactively manage performance as well as quickly resolve issues. You can now see there are no longer any visibility gaps from end user to application. With the Riverbed Assurance portfolio, you have complete end-to-end visibility. All of the information from the Assurance portfolio is essential to provide an assured end-to-end digital experience. So to bring all of this information together into a single pane of glass is vital. By having the information from the whole portfolio on a single screen, you can quickly see the end-to-end delivery path and overall application performance and end-user experience. If there are any issues in one area, they can be quickly seen and at the same time allow you to see the impact on others. For example, the spike in CPU on an application server could result in a high data retransmission rate on your network, which will result in poor response times and ultimately poor end-user experience. Each of these can be seen on the same screen and the root cause can easily be identified. This is the value of having end-user, network, infrastructure and applications or the digital experience assured by the Riverbed Assurance platform, with the result of complete end-to-end visibility with no blind spots. The second part of Riverbed's portfolio framework that connects users to applications is transport. The interaction of user and application happens across a network and uses physical infrastructure. Riverbed has a complete end-to-end portfolio that enables the provision of agile, secure and high-performance services for every size of business. If we follow the same logical process as we did with the assurance path, we start with our users and specifically how they connect to the network to access digital services. Having a reliable, available and secure Wi-Fi is a necessity in today's all-digital workplace, but just providing connectivity isn't what's needed in today's wireless-first world. For an enterprise-class Wi-Fi network, you need high-density, easy-to-manage and administer secure access, plus business value features such as differentiation for user and/or application priority, making sure you can provide access for all, but priority for those that need the guaranteed performance. Even features that could generate revenue, such as user location data, are becoming an important part of a wireless platform. You also need detailed reporting helping you plan, manage and extract data from your high-density user access. Riverbed's Wi-Fi solution has all this capability provided from a single cloud-hosted management platform, providing an agile and secure, value-added network that can scale. For a future where Wi-Fi will be the preferred access method for bring your own device, Internet of Things and complete wireless user environments, Riverbed makes this all possible on the same platform. Once your users have access to the network, they will need to connect to the in-house applications or SaaS services that are across the wide area network or on the internet. The most recent development in the enterprise WAN space, designed specifically to help with the agility and ease of management that a digital-first network requires, is software-defined WAN. Software-defined or SD-WANs are quickly replacing traditional WANs as enterprises realize the need to rethink networking for today's cloud-centric world. Riverbed's SD-WAN solution is designed to lower costs by allowing the simple addition of extra internet bandwidth or eliminating completely the expensive MPLS connections. It simplifies the provision of multiple network paths and faster broadband connections to improve performance or provide secure direct internet connectivity for SaaS services. Agility in complex hybrid networks is achieved by replacing error-prone manual configuration with GUI-controlled automation and simple one-click secure connection to cloud services such as AWS and Microsoft Azure or direct internet-based SaaS applications. The Riverbed SD-WAN platform also has integrations for the Riverbed Wi-Fi solution to simplify the administration and speed up the provision of end-user and cloud connectivity. Once your users have access to their applications in the cloud, over the internet or across the enterprise WAN, it's imperative that the performance of their connectivity is assured. Moving applications and user data may help IT save money or develop more agile processes, but if the performance isn't good enough, the business will suffer and IT will have to spend more time and money relocating the services back to the in-house data centers or back to site where the users are located. Riverbed's WAN optimization solution can provide the assurance a business needs to move their data and applications to where it's most cost-effective and secure, while still giving the users the high-performance connectivity they are used to. Riverbed WAN optimization uses industry-leading network and application optimization techniques to improve end-user experience. It overcomes the impact of increased distance and restricted or unpredictable bandwidth on end-user performance, regardless if the applications are hosted in your own data center, relying on MPLS for connectivity, or hosted in your private AWS or Azure cloud. When adding internet-delivered SaaS applications to your business, there is a risk that the performance is below that expected or worse, inconsistent. Riverbed WAN optimization can provide predictable and improved internet SaaS application connectivity for all of your users. And again, the WAN optimization natively integrates into the SD-WAN control platform for simplified administration and orchestration. Even though the trend is to remove costly infrastructure from remote branch office locations and use technology such as WAN optimization to improve user access to the remote services, there are still some applications and infrastructure that can't be moved to the cloud, either internal or public, due to connectivity or performance reasons. For example, IoT sensors can generate lots of data, and local systems such as heating control can be designed to action on it. But if the application to control system behavior based on the telemetry data is hosted in a cloud data center and response time is too slow or the connection is lost, the IoT device response to a condition change may not occur, which could have all sorts of consequences to the local environment. The same could apply to applications or data that can't be relocated from branch to DC or cloud due to users requiring high performance access to it. A technology called Cloud Edge by Gartner has evolved to bridge the gap between local IT infrastructure and cloud consolidated data. Using hyperconvergence, easier to manage platforms remain in the branch and the data is consolidated back to the remote data center or cloud. Riverbed's hyperconverged Cloud Edge platform brings together the best industry-leading hypervisors for the management and control of virtual infrastructure with our industry-leading WAN optimization. The purpose of combining the technologies is to enable the storage to be physically located remotely from the hypervisor that uses it, providing the benefit of secure data services such as central snapshot and backup, while synchronizing with a copy of the data locally for virtual machine high-performance application requirements. The location of the primary storage can be in your own data center or even your private cloud in AWS or Azure. So even though you may be restricted by the application performance demands requiring local compute, you can locate the active application data in your secure remote data center or cloud, and because WAN optimization is embedded in the platform, the response time across the WAN supports performance-sensitive data synchronization. Plus, of course, the local users can also get acceleration for the applications that are still across the WAN or on the internet. Being a complete virtual compute platform, Riverbed Cloud Edge appliances can also host virtual Riverbed SD-WAN gateways, plus virtual Riverbed network and application performance appliances, allowing you to build a complete cloud-connected, performance-monitored environment for your branch offices. And there we have a complete end-to-end, user-to-application transport framework. But with the network of today requiring agile, quick and accurate modification, relying on old CLI-based configuration is a risk. That's why Riverbed is building a single orchestration platform that allows you to automate provisioning, meaning you can reliably change your network infrastructure, cloud, WAN and wireless without the risk of relying on outdated CLI. Of course, being that Riverbed has the application, network and infrastructure assurance capability, the availability and performance telemetry from the Riverbed network infrastructure can be used to assure the end-to-end delivery of your applications. The two domains that I have just weaved together, describing how they will assure and transport your users and applications, make up the Riverbed Digital Experience Management Platform. So if your business-aligned IT initiatives are to transform your user's desktop environment or to adopt cloud-first application delivery, the Riverbed Assurance Platform will provide the governance to prove the efficiency and effectiveness of the services you deliver, the systems to measure the impact of the initiatives on user productivity, and the tools to help troubleshoot when necessary. And if you want to transition from a wired to a wireless first user environment or replace your expensive rigid MPLS services With agile, secure, optimized SD-WAN, the Riverbed transport platform will make those projects quick and cost-effective to implement. This is the benefit of the complete Riverbed application assurance and optimization platform for digital experience management. That brings us to the end of my Riverbed portfolio on a single whiteboard. Feel free to modify and simplify to suit your needs. I designed the framework to be a starting point for explaining why Riverbed is more relevant than ever in today's cloud-first IT environment. Riverbed is the only company that has this complete end-to-end capability for connectivity, assurance and visibility of networking and application performance.